And welcome back, everyone, for week 8 of the 2016 NFL season. I went 3-1 against the spread last week. Unfortunately, the NFL script writers were not kind to my Minnesota Vikings, but that is back-to-back 3-1 weeks for me, so I'm knocking on the door of perfection. We're going to get it this week. Here are the picks. The first game we're going to look at has the Oakland Raiders going to Tampa Bay, where the Buccaneers are 1.5-point favorites at home. Now, the Raiders have won every road game they played so far, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers haven't won at home yet this year. And, I think that's going to change. You simply can't win every road game. This is also going to be back-to-back roadies for Oakland. They do get Denver at home next week, so they could be peeking ahead to next week's game. I think this is a very low price to pay also for a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that is playing pretty good football. So let's lay the points, and let's take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -1.5. The second game we're going to look at has the San Diego Chargers going to Denver, where the champions are 5-point favorites at home. These two teams played just 2 weeks ago. I don't get what the schedule makers are doing here. San Diego won that game. It was a Thursday nighter in San Diego. Now 2 weeks later, it's the grudge match in Denver. The Broncos will be coming off the Monday nighter, a game that they played their former quarterback, so it could have a little bit of an emotional letdown here and a short week. I don't think the Chargers can win back-to-back road games here, but I think they do keep it close. Phillip Rivers is one of those quarterbacks who just never gives up. I think he'll keep it within at least a field goal. So let's take the San Diego Chargers +5. The third game we're going to look at has the Green Bay Packers going to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 3-point favorites at home. The Falcons have lost 2 in a row. A couple of weeks ago, they kind of got robbed in Seattle. And then last week, they had the game in their hands and they let it go. This is a very angry Atlanta team right now. Meanwhile, Green Bay is coming off of an okay win against Chicago. They were actually losing before the quarterback hurt his arm and the scrub came in. There's something wrong with Green Bay. Of course, they have problems in the backfield. Both their running backs are gone, but there's a big problem between quarterback Aaron Rodgers and wide receiver Jordy Nelson. They're not even on the same page anymore. Nelson is running his routes as if he knows he's not going to be thrown the ball to. I don't think with all of that, those problems on offense for Green Bay, that they can hang with the Atlanta Falcons, who are very good offensively and are very angry. It's a low number. So you know what? Let's lay the points, and let's take the Atlanta Falcons -3. And the fourth game we're going to look at, why not? Let's go to the Monday nighter, where my Minnesota Vikings go to Chicago, where the Bears are 5.5-point dogs at home. This is usually not a safe bet to place, taking the division road favorite. They usually never cover, but let's face it, the Vikings are a much better team than Chicago. Sam Bradford, the quarterback, in his return to Philadelphia last week, did everything he could wrong. I guess nerves got the best of him. He threw some bad interceptions, dropped the ball a couple of times. Minnesota gave up a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. It's usually us who does it to the other team. For Chicago, the good news is quarterback Jay Cutler returns. The bad news is that quarterback Jay Cutler returns. They would have had a much better chance with Hoyer, who unfortunately broke his arm last week. The Bears were in that game against Green Bay, and then when he went out, it just went south for them. If Cutler lasts the game or not, I don't think he'll be effective. And if he doesn't last, if he re-injures that sore thumb, Barkley, the scrub, comes in and he's very bad. So 5.5 points is not unreasonable for Minnesota to cover. So let's lay those points, and let's take my Minnesota Vikings -5.5. I have one over-under play this week. It involves the game that's being played in London as Washington Redskins and Cincinnati Bengals go at it. The total there in that game is 47. Now, both of these teams have been missing their stud tight ends. I mean, you've got Rob Gronkowski for New England, and after that, it really is Jordan Reed for Washington and Tyler Eifert for Cincinnati. Eifert especially has been gone all year. He played last week, limited. He'll play a little bit more. It'll give Cincinnati some options in the red zone. Same thing with Washington. They really missed Reed last week. He should play. Also, they might not be without their stud cornerback, Josh Norman, who has a concussion and may not make the trip. So they could be down their best defensive player. I think this game should sail way over the amount. So let's take over the 47. Here's my let's take the man's money parlay play for this week. We came close last week. I think we're going to get it this week. We'll take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -1.5, the San Diego Chargers +5, the Atlanta Falcons -3. We'll take the Minnesota Vikings -5.5, and the over 47 in the Washington-Cincinnati game. We'll also throw in the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys on the money line. A $25 bet will get us $1,265.58. Here are my straight up picks for this week. Here are the leaders for the GeoKnows Awards in the straight up and against the spread categories. In the straight up pool, Bridgewater's Finest continues to lead with 69, followed by Andrew Warren 520 and yours truly at 64. And in the against the spread pool is Half Moon's Picks leading the way with 57, followed by Matty Ice at 56, and TP Professional and Bridgewater's Finest tied at 55. Okay, those are my picks for this week. Good luck to you. Make sure you check out the NFL YouTube Prognosticators Facebook page. Lots of great prognosticators there with great information. I'll leave the link below. Also, check out my Team Power Rankings video, my weekly video that I do. I'll leave that link as well. All right. For the GeoKnows YouTube channel, I am Geo. Well, let's take the man's money.